Sup,
Sup,
Buzznet?
Buzznet?
In reference to the podcast. Back at it.
Been a minute.
It's been a hot minute. Okay.
Since somebody had to move.
Yeah, so this episode is not going to be an episode, really. As I called it earlier, it's just going to be an update meeting.
Our update conference.
Yeah, we're just meeting with you guys to update you and, I don't know, just talk. Because I don't have friends. And it's just been really hard.
You know, since someone had to move.
Hey, you want to tell them one more time I moved?
Hey, she moved.
She is Amanda.
Duh.
Okay, I was waiting for you to introduce yourself.
Oh, and the other she is Heather.
And together we're Amanda and Heather. That's it. All right, have a great night.
The podcast extraordinaires.
We'd like to keep our episodes short, sweet, and to the point, so that was the point, and end scene. Although we've been recording, I think, now for a half hour, but, like, really only recording about 25 seconds.
Of the same thing.
Yeah. It is so cold in my apartment, but there is no way in hell I'm turning the heat on.
I'm sweating. Because it's so hot in here.
Where?
In my bedroom.
Okay, well, open a fucking window.
My air conditioner's still in it.
Dude, it's October and it's 55 degrees. Actually, it was 49 degrees on the way home.
Well, it is October and it is... I don't know what the temperature outside is. Hold on.
It's not warmer than it is in Cleveland.
It's 43 and I'm sweating.
Okay, well, guess what?
And we have a
Nick
wind advisory.
Nick Lachey is 98 degrees and rising.
Yeah, there's going to be
a
wind advisory driving into Pittsburgh tomorrow.
You'll be fine.
No, I mean, like,
maybe you'll get there faster.
Ways.
Oh, I was just going to say, maybe you should attach wings to your car.
Just fly.
Yeah. You know. Fuck it. Word. So, yeah, we stopped recording the podcast in April because I suck at life, and did not do any research, and then...
Have you done any research yet?
First of all, I do not need you calling me out. Second of all, I have one episode researched, and, like, a list of 30 other ones that I want to do.
Yeah, I have, like, a list of 100 that I want to do.
Okay, but listen, my issue is like every time I open one up to start it, I'm like, nah, not feeling it, fam. And then I just close it and play games. I
have 3 ready to go. And like 2 I need to
Okay, I'm not that far behind. We're not gonna see each other. Well, I mean, we're gonna see each other tomorrow, but then like not again and for another 2 weeks. That gives me time to procrastinate and not record.
It gives me time for you to be like, oh hey, give me an hour before we start. I gotta finish this.
Let me live my life.
Although, like, where was this preparedness when I was in school?
Yeah, for real. Because I remember very specifically doing your English homework for you, so... I mean, it was just the poetry unit, but...
And Spanish.
Did I do your Spanish homework? Damn.
That's how I passed the second year. That was after you moved.
You know. I did Billy's homework over the phone with him to get him through math class.
Yeah, but he wasn't in hard math class, though.
No, he was in algebra. I think it was his senior year during summer school. And it was like... Yeah. Hey, Billy, if you're listening. He was so funny. I don't know So him and I exchanged Snapchats whenever we all ended up at the Luke Bryan concert together when I was dating Joel.
That's awkward.
Weird. I can remember because Billy posted something and I was like, oh, yo, you at the Luke Bryan concert? And he was like, yeah, are you? And I was like, yeah, with my boyfriend. He's like, cool, I'm here with my girlfriend. I was like, cool, that's great.
Was that the one that I
He's
went
like,
with you?
Yeah. And he was like, message me on Snapchat. And I was like, dude.
No.
That's nah.
No, a message on Snapchat's like, that's like, oh, I want to talk to you about it. I don't want anybody else to know about it.
Yeah. But we've had like some in-depth conversations. But did you know, well, you probably do because I changed our Snapchat history, that you can now change Snapchat history to be 24 hours long.
I did not.
Oh, well, see. And folks, that's why I run the podcast.
Because I'm not technologically advanced.
Can I tell them about Dropbox?
Yeah,
good. Listen to me like them. Like there's one person listening to this. Hi, Mom.
Yeah,
just kidding.
Yes,
I got some.
Mom never finds it.
I got some stories about my mom. So anyway, Heather and I were talking about doing this update meeting, and I was like, so you'll record the audio on your computer, and then we'll put it in Dropbox. And she's like, so no one's gonna listen to it? And I was like, no, I'm gonna export it and then download, like, do shit with it and post it. Oh.
What I meant was it like, I thought you meant like we would each record our own and then you would just post it with no reaction to it.
What I meant was...
I understand.
Yo, the other day I was listening to something and they're like, she was like, I understand, man. And I was like, nah, nope. Fam, coming for our brand.
Our brand, I understand.
Allegedly, I understand.
I also, for a hot second, just wasn't recording.
Oh, yo, I'd be so mad at you.
It'd just be like a one-sided argument with yourself.
I would totally post it. I just, like, looked at my Audacity recording, and it's, like, massive spikes the whole way.
It's just, like, silence where you're not talking. Well, that's because I looked up, and I hadn't said anything. I was like, oh my god, it's not recording.
Yo, I was
but
so
it's,
mad.
Like, choppy, because you're still weird.
Oh. So you have no idea what I'm saying?
No, I know what you're saying.
Oh.
But it's, like,
Word.
choppy when it's, like, recording it. Like, it looks like it's jumping, like, a couple seconds at a time.
Oh. Weird. So, anyway, updates. So, yeah, we went to Vegas. We were supposed to record in Vegas.
We did.
Had a lot of fun in Vegas. So we didn't record.
It's been a while then. That's a couple.
It's been half a year.
Yeah.
Almost.
And we still have people that listen. I'm surprised.
Same. And, like, so the Aaron Hernandez episode is still really popular, but, like, then there were some random ones in there. Also, I need to go back and listen to the one about,
Is Brody drinking out of his bowl?
No, he was choking. That's why I actually stopped.
Oh.
Because I didn't know what he was doing. He's fine. He'll survive.
Fine.
Was it the Bonnie Spring Ranch one? I don't know. The whole summary is just, it wasn't the Oregon Trail or something. And I'm like, I don't fucking remember saying that shit. Like, what?
Now he's drinking out of his bowl.
Dude, that's in a whole nother room.
That's, like, in your kitchen.
No, it's in my dining room now.
Oh. Well, yeah,
I
like,
moved
right... Isn't it, like, right inside, like, right in front of the kitchen?
Yeah. Yeah, but, like, it's literally on the whole other side of the fucking room. That's insane. Sir, you are... Stop chewing on your ass.
These are pretty good mics, then. Picks up...
I know.
What picked up the phone ring,
That's
like, the other side of the house?
So, anyway, yeah. Let's get back to updates. Speaking of mics, so went to Vegas, had fun, didn't record. We had a blast in Vegas, though.
I almost died on the zip line.
True. We'll talk about Vegas in a second. So then we came home. Unfortunately, I lost my grandfather, and then it just...
Like, 2-3 weeks later, you moved.
No.
No?
Nah. Nah, fam.
It felt like it.
No, So I interviewed for a job while we were in Vegas over the phone. And then at the end of May, interviewed on campus for that job. And mid-July is when I moved. I have a really great habit of moving when it is the hottest day of the year. Stuck with that tradition. I felt so bad. 2 guys came and moved me out of my apartment. The super great company, so if you need moving recommendations, hit me up, because they were the greatest people. 2 things broke, and it wasn't their fault. It was because I don't know how to pack. One may have been their fault. My microwave's pretty jacked right now, but it still works, so... I mean, if Brody and I die of radiation, you'll know why. Right? Is that what... Microwaves give off radiation?
Probably.
Okay, I hope so. I don't know, whatever. I'm an idiot. I didn't major in science. I dropped out of my science classes. So, yeah.
Oh, it says, if the microwave is not damaged, then it will not emit hazardous microwaves.
Oh,
Some
fuck.
research suggests that electromagnetic radiation can cause cancer.
Yeah, well.
Oh, and it's mutagenic. It can change the DNA or structure of humans. You're gonna be a superhero.
Sweet. Maybe someday I'll meet Chris Evans.
Mine.
I didn't say I was going to try and fuck him. Isn't he married? Is he married?
No.
Oh.
He has a really cute dog, though.
So do I. We can be besties. So yeah, those are the updates.
And I've just been working.
Yeah, I moved to another state. Heather called me out on it already, so I moved to Cleveland, started a new job, and I've driven back to Pennsylvania more times than I thought I would. Heather and I, in 2 weeks, we're supposed to go see Simple Plan, and then my cousin was like, yo, I'm getting married, and I was like, oh, okay. So, now we're not going to see Simple Plan. However...
We're going to see Dane Cook.
Tomorrow. Well...
Tomorrow. A couple yesterdays for everybody else.
Yeah.
Tomorrow for us.
Depends on how long it takes me to edit this podcast. So yeah, we're going to see Dane Cook tomorrow.
Just like 12 years in the making.
Dude, I don't know what to do after we go see him. We are going to see each other here soon. To actually record. Tomorrow we're not recording when we see each other.
We have more important things to do tomorrow.
Yeah, like I have to drive 2.5 hours into Pittsburgh. And then 2.5 hours home from Pittsburgh. In the same night. After seeing Dane Cook at 8 p.m.
I was surprised how late it was.
Yeah, you go, that's so... Dude, how old are we?
Oh man, 8 o'clock, that's past my bedtime.
But
so
for real,
like almost 24 hours from now.
Yeah. For real, I was like, oh, it'll be at like 7. But and then I looked and I was like, 8 o'clock? Who do they think I am?
Assuming there's like an opener.
Probably. I'm sure we won't get out of there till 10. At least. At least.
Give me this at least.
Precisely.
Oh, yeah, how old are we?
We're so fucking old, dude. Yo, that shit sucks. That's another thing. So I've been listening to Tiny Meat Gang podcast, and they were talking about how old they are, and they're like, I don't know how old they really are, but they were like 26 or 28, and I was like, you're not even old.
How about me, the one girl at work just turned 20, she's like, I feel so old. I was like, I'm 10 years older than you, shut up. I mean, I still act like I'm 12, but...
Shit, you act younger than that. Shut up.
Not my sleep schedule, though. I don't like that getting screwed with.
That's for sure. Speaking of sleep, that's one of the things my mother so graciously said to me. So, at the beginning of the week, I didn't think I was going to be going to see Dane Cook. I thought my ass was going to be in Florida. So anyway, I worked on Saturday, okay? And I don't know, it just like fucked with my whole schedule, because I say I have to work this Saturday too. Anyway, so I worked on Saturday and then didn't sleep well Saturday night. So Sunday I woke up at like 5 or 6, took care of Brody, fed him breakfast, took him outside, whatever. And then came back in, ate some Chinese food. Yes, it was like 7:30 in the morning. And then went back to sleep. Woke up at noon to 10 missed calls from my family about my dad wrecking his motorcycle and being life-flighted. So whatever, like, I'm super upset, and I call my mom, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. Do I go to Florida? Do I not go to Florida? What am I going to do with my dog? Like, just going through this whole thing. So, regardless, I go through the day. Obviously didn't go to Florida. And I get this 6-page long text message from my mom. This woman has the audacity to text me and say, I really think you need to go back to a therapist. I'm 100% sure you're depressed. All you do is sleep. You don't have any friends in Cleveland. And she's like, I know your dad being in this motorcycle accident is really upsetting, but I want you to know that if it was me in the hospital, Mike would have told you if it was life or death. They're like going on and on, like 6 different subjects in this one text message. So, I was irritated. So I text back, I'm fine, don't worry about me. She then sends back a 4-page essay of like, no, I'm really worried about you, I don't think your medication's working, da 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 da. And she ends it by going, I think you have too much alone time.
You're antisocial.
Homegirl, I work 40 hours a week. I am on the bus pretty much 10 hours a week. Probably isn't that long, but it feels like that long. So yeah, I don't do shit on Saturday and Sunday except for hang out with my dog. Because I don't see him during the week, because he hates me. And if I do something on the weekends, doo-doo, I go to Walmart and almost commit a crime because I can't stand people.
So I feel like it's for the greater good for you to sit at home on the weekends.
Exactly! That's my whole point. I feel like I'm like really restricting myself so that I don't blow out.
My eardrums?
Not your eardrums, just... Yeah, I mean, like, even when I'm talking quiet, it's...
My speakers are still... They're crackling, so I don't know if it's from you or if it's just... Because they're $5 headphones from Walmart.
I think it's because they're $5 from Walmart.
I'll have to grab my... my marshmallow ones for next time.
Maybe you should just... Oh, yeah, let's talk about that, though. Because... We were going to record when you came to visit me, but one, I didn't do research. And 2... Not only did
I
you
lost
forget it, how do you lose an external microphone? And it's not like mine. I could understand because mine is like smaller than my
mine was
cell phone.
Gigantic.
Yours was like a whole ass.
Like a pound.
A whole ass. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised that shit didn't put my suitcase over whenever we went to Vegas. I'm just kidding. I didn't pack that much. Because I know how to pack. My mom was like, how am I going to fit everything into 4 bags? I fit everything into 1.
Yeah, but I mean, like, she also did take an entire blanket.
And an entire winter jacket.
I mean, she used them, though.
God, she was the smartest one. That was a trip, man.
It was a trip.
Swear. I'm sorry, did you say swear or swerve?
No, you definitely said swerve.
Man, that's tragic. My brother took his friend on this trip. His name was Kev. He swears the Cleveland Browns are going to win the Super Bowl, but like now they're tied with the Steelers. So
And neither one of them are going this year.
No. But anyway, so he had to pay me back for the hotel and everything too. And I kept like reminding him, kept reminding Colin from like July 1 until he finally paid me. When he texted me to be like, how do you want me to pay you? He sent me a book about the tragedy in his life of he's like, I came back and I did this and I broke my phone and I broke my arm and I broke this and I was broke and I was like, oh, fuck man, all I want you to do is pay me your money.
Like, I don't care what happened.
Like, yeah, for real. I don't care. All I care about is money. Money and bitches. Money and bitches. Just kidding. Just money.
I also, the other day, was listening to Dane Cook.
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty sure that's where your brother gets all his weird noises from.
Potentially.
Because, like, I was listening to it and I was like, oh my god, I was like, maybe that's like why he makes those noises all the time.
Maybe that's why he's so weird.
Oh, that's funny, what's that from? But, like, we're just funny people, like.
Jesus, Megan! I was telling him all about that and he's like, I don't get it. I'm like...
He wouldn't.
My god, stop being such a Megan. What's been going on? How was dog sitting?
Good. I only had to wash her blanket 3 times.
How long did you watch her?
For 3 days.
Oh, okay, great.
She pees when she gets excited. So every time I'd come down in the morning...
Why is Joel sending me a Snapchat? Let's see.
Because he knows we're talking and he's jealous. He's jealous.
Should I Snapchat him and call him in? Oh, because he's at the Penguins game.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, rude. Why did he go to a Minnesota... Not Minnesota. They're playing the Colorado Avalanche? Wow. Could I sound any more not from Western PA?
Probably.
And he has glasses on?
Who's he trying to impress?
Oh, Brody, you're so handsome. He's like, yeah, I know.
I'm
You
aware.
literally tell me every 2.6 seconds. So, Simple Plan released a new song. Put it on my playlist. I literally skip it every single time it comes on. Also, fun fact, it's been a year since we registered our podcast.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. It doesn't seem like it's been that long.
Well, we haven't been uploading that long.
Well, that's because I think after we registered it, it was another, 3 months before we actually did anything.
I think it was only a couple of months. I don't think it was 3. Okay, give us some credit. It's just been 6 months that we stopped recording.
We had a good 3 months.
For real? Yeah, it's not been a month yet. Might be a month by the time I post this, but we registered on October 24th, 2018. I was Skyping with Danielle because she works late on Wednesdays, so we can't watch The Masked Singer, and so we just usually...
Are you current on it?
Obviously didn't watch tonight's episode, but yes.
Yeah, my dad ruined the last episode for me.
Why?
Because I was like, because I was asking, I was like, oh, did you guys watch The Masked Singer yet? Because I was like, if they didn't, I was going to be like, oh, hey, let's watch it together. And my dad's like, yeah, it was Dr. Drew. And I'm like, why would you tell me that? And I was like, why would you ruin it? And he was like, oh, I thought you meant, you already watched it. You wanted to talk about it. And I was like, no, I didn't watch it yet. But then as soon as I watched it, I was like, I would have guessed him anyway. Because and my mom's like, what? She's like, what would make you guess that? And I was like, well, because they're like, oh, he's not a classically trained singer. And I said, I'm like, yes, he is. He's a classically trained opera singer.
See, I didn't know that. But
he was on an episode of Ridiculousness is the only reason I know.
Whenever Danielle and I were watching it, she guessed the first 2 people. And then we were watching last week, she's like, I have no idea. And then he took his mask off. I was like, oh my god, I freaking love him. She's like, I have no idea who he is. And I was like, oh.
Hey, we stayed up late that one time because we could hear All Time Low on his show.
I love him. I think Dr. Drew is one of the greatest people alive.
Yeah, I'm batting 0 so far this season.
Yeah, same. Every time she's like the one, it was the figure skater, she was like, oh yeah, that's who it is. And I was...
Oh, see, I guessed Adam Rapon for that one.
I guessed the designer, Christian. I don't know his last name. I think we know some of the other ones, though, but obviously we won't watch this week's episode until this weekend, so...
Yeah, you need Jesus.
You're not wrong. I'm surprised my mom didn't recommend that to me.
What,
start going to church. Meet a nice church boy. Those are just serial killers.
What, she wants you to meet a rancher in Texas?
Yeah. She wouldn't want me to meet a city folk from Cleveland. I don't really want to meet city folk.
I don't want none of them city folk.
Too many people. Brody, are you cold? Can you lend me some of your fur? How much creepier can I get? I'm just gonna crawl inside your body. Inside your meat suit. Brody, we need to take the blankets to Aunt Sarah's next weekend, or whenever we're going. They smell like you.
Which one's getting married?
Nathan. Him and Maggie have been engaged for...
Is he licking the couch?
Now he's licking his paw. Stop it.
So is it one of those, like, they've been together so long, like, it's just finally time they got married?
Yeah, they've been engaged as long as Kyle and Georgianne have been married.
Oh, wow.
So, since I came home from Texas. Oh, 5 years? 6 years?
So it's just,
it's been at least 5 years.
So she shouldn't get off the pot time.
Well, so my pap really wanted them to be married. And I really think that's the only reason they're doing it now.
Mm.
Even though he's not alive to see it. Which is going to be a real heartbreaker for me. To be with my whole fam.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if my dad will be able to fly home.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. Like, he might not even be able to. He probably wouldn't be allowed to fly, would he?
So, I Googled, can you fly with a concussion and with broken face bones? And it came back that you could. There was no... Like, you might get migraines. That was really...
But I feel like if you have broken face bones, you're going to have a headache anyway.
Yeah. Yo, that shit was so true. So last night was one of the Democratic debates.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, climate change is so bad. Like, this is a quote from The Daily Show, or a post from them. It was like, Anderson Cooper, irreversible climate change is going to doom all mankind to a painful heat death if we don't act soon. So obviously, I've got to ask, who's your shittiest friend and why? And like, obviously not a direct quote from Anderson Cooper, but might as well be, because they're like, I mean, he was, at the end of the debate, he was like, tell us one friendship that would really surprise us. I don't care who these people are friends with.
Yeah, like, that ain't gonna fix the country.
Put whoever in office that's gonna forgive my student loan debt. End of story.
Like, that's all I want.
Or start donating at patreon.com/in reference to. Speaking of, we have...
Can you hear that?
What?
The fire whistle.
Oh, no. But that doesn't mean
I
that
bet
I
the
can't
microphone
hear it
can.
Yeah. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh. Yeah, Patreon. So we do have a Patreon, and I know we've been gone for 6 months, almost. But we have kept our podcast account active, and it does cost a little bit of money, and we upgraded microphones because Heather lost hers, and mine wasn't the greatest.
They work a lot better, though.
Yeah, apparently these ones work phenomenal, because I'm like 25 feet away from mine, and it looks like it's picking me up like I'm right next to it. Dude, that's one of the things I miss from living in like a small city. Not that I lived in a small city, but...
It was not constant fire whistles?
No. So whenever the whistles went off, like, there was a Facebook page that people kept updated on, like, what happened. Well, now that I live in, like, a legit city, it's like every 30 seconds whistles are going off, and I'm like, I wonder what's going on, because I'm so fucking nosy. And I'm like, oh, just check Facebook.
Brody when somebody leaves the house.
He was so funny yesterday. That motherfucker crawled over top of me to look out the window. He's like, hey, what's going on, guys? Anyway, back to Patreon. So, we are using Patreon, and we would love for you to support us, because I'm a broke-ass bitch, and running a podcast is not cheap. You're looking at your phone
screen like you're actually talking to somebody.
Well, my microphone is, like, right there.
Oh.
So, it's, like, right behind me, so... Anyway, I'm a broke-ass bitch.
In front of you?
Whatever, shut up. I do not need the... You know what? I came out to have a good time, and I'm honestly feeling so attacked right now.
Technically, it's behind me. Since I'm in your phone.
Back to Patreon, motherfuckers. we ended up getting Patreon donors while we were on our break, which is hella rad, but again, once we get to $250 a month, we're definitely going to start shopping merch ideas. And because I like to procrastinate and not do research, I've thought of some ideas for merch already. So,
of course you did.
I didn't design them. Okay, give me this at least. I did not design them. I've just thought about them.
They're just in the cloud. The mind
They're
cloud.
in the cloud. Yeah. Speaking of, I found this case that I wanted to research, and I found it on my phone. Didn't feel like opening my Google Sheets app to put it in there as my episode
If you
topics.
don't remember what it is now.
Yeah, but for 2 weeks, I kept a tab open with just that shit in it. And I was like, oh, well, it'll be in my history if I close out this tab. Nah, it's not. Oh,
Do you remember what it was?
No, I can't. I think it involved a YouTuber and a little girl being killed, but I can't remember. And I can't remember if she was the YouTuber. Well, duh. I think, no, not all of them have been murdered. My Vegas ones, which will be posted. My last Vegas one, I think, is a robbery. And I had one other one that was a robbery. I've also been trying to find other things that aren't murder related, because I don't know, man. Murder does get kind of depressing. I love true crime, but
well, yeah.
You're like,
I mean,
yeah,
unless
no
you're
shit.
a psychopath.
Wow, look at the time, guys.
Wow, speaking of serial killers, though, that new show Prodigal Son's really good.
I don't know how I feel about it yet.
Are you watching
I have
it?
watched it, yes. I started watching this week's episode and then went to bed because it was boring to me.
Although this time whenever which one? The one that plays Bright?
Yeah. I don't know if
I love his dad.
Okay.
He plays.
You're like, love me a DILF.
He plays Aziraphale on Good Omens.
Oh, okay.
Which is the complete opposite of his character on this show. And he's going to be
always so hard for me.
What?
When actors play completely opposite characters. He
does it
Crowley,
so well.
Well, and so maybe I'd have to see him in the other episode, or other show. But, I can't watch anything with Crowley in it from Supernatural, because that's all I can see him as.
Well, he played in Leverage, but he was a dick, so it's pretty much the same character, except he wasn't a demon.
Yeah, I don't know. And also maybe because he's just played that role for so long, and that's the only thing I've seen him in.
Which is exactly why he left the show.
I got freaking obsessed with 911.
See, I don't like 911. My mom watches it.
So I didn't think I'd like it, and then
I don't like medical shows or gory crap.
I don't think it's that medical or gory.
Every time I sit down to watch it, somebody's arm gets ripped off if I'm eating. Every time.
Literally been one episode, I think, that somebody's arm's gotten ripped off. I was just pissing around on Hulu the one day, and I was looking for something to watch, and I was fine, it's being recommended, I'll watch it. Yo, that was the end of that, because I think my issue is
to watch Grey's Anatomy.
Oh yeah, no thanks. I've tried.
And they're you'd like it, and I was I don't like medical shows. It's not really a medical show. I'm it's written about the anatomy book. I highly doubt that.
Yeah, no, that's really a medical show. I mean, they're
there's side stories. I'm but it's still a medical show.
Yeah.
And then I looked it up. They just got renewed for an 18th season. I was like, that's way too many. I was like, I ain't got that kind of time.
My brother
All my
and
nerdy
his
shows
girlfriend
just started back up.
My brother and his girlfriend are watching it on
Grey's
my
Anatomy?
account on your Netflix account.
Dude, let's see, there's 2, 4, 6, like 10 people that use Netflix.
I know. My mom was like, "How's your brother have a Netflix account?" And I was like, "Me." And she's like, "Oh, you pay for it?" I was like, "No." She's like, "Who pays for it?" I was like, "Heather." And she goes, "Well, can you just log me in on it?" I was like, "No." She's like, "Why not?" I was like, "I need Heather's permission. She pays for it."
Well, yeah. Well, because isn't it if there's too many people watch them, want to kick you off?
I don't know, because I think you have more profiles than your aunt had. That shit used to piss me off so bad.
Well, hers you could only have it on 2 devices at one time. I think mine's 4 or 5.
Yeah, because you have 5 profiles.
Yeah.
But I used to hate, because I'd be like so into Gossip Girl, and then somebody else would log on and it would kick me off, and I would be
I think that's ultimately why I got my own.
It is. I know it is, because like Ethan and Emily would be in the same damn house watching it.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
it's like
I can remember there were times where I'd text you and be like, "Did you log on to Netflix?" And you're like, "No, why?" And I was like, "Because I was going to tell you to log off."
Like, I'm watching something.
Oh, that was when I lived in Texas. Hashtag throwback.
Yeah, that was definitely a throwback.
Yeah. Thank God I didn't move that far away again. Although I can honestly say, after you left, I was like, a couple days later, I was like just laying here, and I was like, why did I move again? Like, I miss everyone. And then I was like, oh right, because my boss fucking sucked.
Oh, it's almost bedtime. I can hear her yawning down the hallway.
Yo, it's almost my bedtime. I gotta watch CNN still tonight. Actually, I have to watch all my YouTube shit. I was thinking about that. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm not gonna be able to watch YouTube tomorrow. You driving my ass to Pittsburgh. Brody, you want to go see Athena?
What do you think of Shane's new series so far?
Oh my god, I fucking love it.
Like the whole... Yeah, I just saw that he just opened their new merch thing, like, yesterday.
And sold out, like, instantly.
Yeah, I was, like, looking, I was like, I'm like, well, I guess not.
I wanted to mention that, like, before we started recording, that I was like, oh, we could just talk about that when we're, like... Okay, so, let's keep talking about Shane. His eyeshadows, like, the swatches, looked so amazing that I'm like, I'll never wear that color, but I want it. I want it so bad.
I wonder how expensive it's gonna be.
I don't know. I feel like because Shane came from not having money, I think it's like the same as Jeffrey. Like, I mean, his shit's expensive, but you do get a lot.
But yeah, like, whenever, like, all of a sudden, like, whenever there was that break-in, I'm like, oh, that's so somebody on the inside that did that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because you ain't gonna know exactly where to cut through the ceiling and then be able to take all the hard drives.
Right. Yeah. I love the series so much, though. Because I'm
That's somebody's like, they're like, I don't like him. And I was like, well, go away.
I like that insider shit of like, listen, this is how much it really costs to make it, and this is how much money they're making on it. And
but like whenever they said about that break-in, and he's like, yeah, like the FBI is involved. I was like, holy crap.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. I haven't heard anything from it though. Like, I mean, he made his own video about it when it happened.
I just watched that the other day.
Yeah. It was crazy. But in the series, it sounded like there was a lot more stolen than what he said in his video, unless I just don't remember his video. Like,
well, no, because I know they said that well, they didn't know at first that they stole, like, that one shade of his concealer.
Yeah.
And then, I think he said they stole, was it, like, almost, like, $2 million worth of the blue blood?
Yeah, see, I don't remember hearing that. But if it was in his video, then I just obviously didn't listen. Which is...
Because I think his video came out, like, 6 months ago.
Yeah, true.
I'm just waiting until they get to the part where, like, all the crap hits the fan with James Charles.
Oh my god, I can't wait. I'm so...
Because, like, at the beginning, he's like, oh my god, like, yeah, like, all this, like, good stuff. And I was like, but they're not friends anymore.
Right?
But, like, how does that work with him? Because, like, I'm assuming James probably signed a contract that was, like, working with him.
It's already canceled.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, like, when that shit all happened, like, Killer Merch took down all of James Charles' stuff. So, I looked into Killer Merch just to see, like, how much they typically charge people, because, you know, thinking about merch ideas. And if you want to work with them, you have to fill out, like, your stats of, like, how many subscribers you have on Instagram, or followers on Instagram, and subscribers on YouTube, and I was like, oh, well, our 7 followers on Podbean, probably not gonna cut it.
I know there's something called something octopus.
Okay.
That... Oh, I forget where my sticker from that was at, because that's where they get our shirts from work sometimes.
No.
Or, like, it's like Inktopus or something.
Oh, okay.
You can get, like, custom shirts and stuff made.
Well, hopefully we'll have more Patreon supporters. You can get a card of Brody. He's gonna do Christmas cards this year, maybe.
I was thinking of that, because I love snail mail.
You're so fucking old. Dude, you're like, I love snail mail. I'm like, dude, I still want my email from the fucking... not aquarium. What the... Planetarium.
Yeah, we're never gonna get them emails. The one I sent mine from was like 40 billion, like, light years away. We're like 90 and it'll like, ding, you got an email.
If you have to wait till you're 90, you're never gonna get it, because you're gonna be like, what's my password? I'm gonna be like, fucking Blue 7. No, that's what it was last year. You are the one person I don't, like, I really try to be understanding with people. I truly do. Forgetting your password is something I do not understand and cannot understand. Like, how? I just don't get it. I can literally tell you, my AIM password was ALZ11. Like, shout out to you if you know my AIM username and want to try and activate it again. I don't think you can.
You can't because it's not a thing.
Yeah. But, like, I had to change it in college. I remember, like, I was sitting at my desk in my apartment, and I had to change it because my old password of Dennis Asterisk, I think it was. How do you say that word? I don't know how to say that word. Whatever. You know what I mean. The star thingy. Like...
An asterisk?
Yeah. Yeah, but I say it wrong. And I know I do. Anyway. That stopped working or something, so I had to update it, and the only thing I could do I would, like, remember was my fucking email address, which was ALZ11.
We were talking about MySpace at work the other day.
I still know my password to that shit, too.
Well, I couldn't... Because I was like, because we were saying who had the most emo, like, profile pictures.
You. Hands down.
And I was like, man, if I could get into my MySpace, I was like, I'd blow you all out of the water. So I had to... Because I had no idea what my password was. Well, I typed it in, And I was, like, real close. Because when I finally did get it, it's like, oh, you have to have something that's not close to what it is. And I was like, are you kidding me? So I had to do that, but then I couldn't remember my password to get into my old email. So I had to reset my password. And then I had to reset my MySpace password. It took me like a half hour to get into it.
It's just something I don't get.
That's because my brain's full of useless information. There's not enough space for passwords.
Okay, well, I think I'm going to call this as a wrap. Because I need to take my dog to go outside, I guess.
For him to act like he's gonna poop and then not.
Yeah, pretty much. And then I have to go to bed. So.
Do you watch your YouTube shows?
Yeah, that's really what I need to do. I watched one of them while I came home. Like when I came home and cooked dinner.
Did you watch The Good Mythical Morning with the meat grinder?
Yes.
The one with when they did the freaking glow sticks was my favorite.
Well, yeah, obviously. I also really enjoyed the s'mores. I know you're not a s'mores fan, but I really liked that. Because I thought it would be like those s'mores bites that I made you try.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not that I'm going to buy a meat grinder to make s'mores. Could you imagine?
You're not going to make some fresh guacamole.
No, but that was a pretty genius way to do it.
Yeah, they're like, oh, this dark green stuff's just the skin.
Yeah. But
I can't believe they actually ate the ants on a log, though.
Yeah.
Like I would never, put wood in my mouth and chew it. But, also not with ground up ants on it. Although I was kind of surprised that it did eat up the wood, though.
Yeah. Yeah, the way that it did, I was very surprised.
But Ken's thick head knows too much for it.
Yeah, but I enjoyed it. I didn't see what it was today. I don't know what their episode was.
I didn't think I didn't watch it today. I periodically watch it. I don't watch it every day.
Oh, I do.
You went down a simply illogical hole.
Oh, I love her. Wow.
That's never the one I was like, that's where she got it from. I went on her website, too, and all her stuff was sold out.
Yeah, her Holo Taco.
Oh,
I want it so bad. I
want the one coat black.
I tried to do neon acrylic pours. With my silicone that I got, but I think I got the wrong kind of silicone. So it did not work so well. Yeah, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
Still waiting on an email.
Still waiting on emails. I hear you. Please. We're going. In reference to podcast@gmail.com. In reference to podcast on Instagram. In reference to on Twitter. I don't know what we are on Facebook, honestly. I only have a Facebook.
Do we have a Facebook?
Yeah, because Facebook made us make one for our Instagram page. I don't know. Regardless. Whatever.
Oh.
We also have a Tumblr. I don't know what that URL is either. It's either in reference...
We'll find out next time.
Yeah, exactly. Just like Loch Ness. We'll find out next time. This has been an update meeting, and, yeah. Word. Help support us on Patreon, because we love you guys, and appreciate everyone still listening to us, even though we haven't updated in 6 months. Because I fucking suck. Until next time. Ta-da!